Hi everyone, and welcome back to Adventures. My name is Cheryl. For those of you watching for the first time, I usually talk about traveling and most of all cruising. But those of you that have been following me for a while know that I work on board a couple months a year for a major cruise line. But since there's been no cruising lately, I've actually taken up on a new adventure. I'd like to tell you about it right after this. But first, I would like to mention a little cruise news. There is the possibility that some cruise lines might open up over the summer. Now, you know, it's been a year now that all the CEOs and the presidents of all the major cruise lines have been working diligently, trying to come up with protocols, practicing, spending another $1 billion in getting the ships ready for the CDC to give their big okay. In the last week, Ron DeSantis in the great state of Florida, which is actually the cruise capital of the world, and down in Texas and Alaska, and they've actually suing the CDC for them not allowing them to open up their states. And that accounts for billions of dollars, not only lost to their citizens in their state, but also to all of the people around the world that have been out of work for over a year. So hopefully, just hopefully now with the vaccine, they have put new protocols in place, and it's possible that some of the cruise lines might be able to sail. The other option is that if the United States is not going to open up some of their ports for reasonable amount of sailing restrictions, that some of the major cruise lines might find themselves going to other countries. We really don't want that to happen, but we need to get cruising going on again. So something else to think about. But now let's get to my new adventure. So what I'm doing, and I'm so excited about this, is I'm opening up my own booth at an antique store. I already am on some online shops that you can find the link down below, but this new antique mall is quite exciting. So I'm taking you along with me to show you all the ins and outs, everything I've had to do to set up this booth. Now people say, wait, Cheryl, don't you have a full-time job? How can you work at a booth and sell when you have a full-time job? I do have a full-time job. I'm in education. And for those other educators out there, I want you to know that no matter what you've heard about Southern California, I'm in the private schools, but we haven't had any major issues at all. So the private sector, like I said, we've been open since September 14th. No major problems. So that's what's going on in my neck of the woods. But so the way antique malls work, at least, and you go in and you set up your little shop and you leave everything. You price everything. I'll show you how I did that. But you price everything and you leave it there, and people shop on their own. They pick up the item that they want, and then they pay at one central location, and then that goes on your account. So you don't have to be there at all. So you set things up, you make sure everything is fine, that the inventory is good, but you leave it and other people sell your items. They talk to the customers and they take care of the rest. So if you've been watching any of my past videos, you know that my theme is if we can't go cruising or traveling, we can go shopping. So what I'm looking for are things that remind us of our past cruises, our past travels, our past adventures, and things that will help encourage us to decide where we'd like to go in the future. And I'm going to places like thrift shops, antique stores, finding all these neat little items that will help bring up happy feelings. In fact, the other day I got a comment from a young lady that placed an order and said that the item that she wanted reminded her of a trip that she went with some of her family members that are no longer with us. And when she saw it, it brought up all these memories. And that's why I'm doing this. It's so exciting to remember places we've been, but also plan for the future. So the big day is here. I'm off to the Mission Galleria to sign my contract for my new booth. It's about an hour drive away, so I'm hoping I won't run into too much traffic. But first I have to drop off a package at UPS. I won't take you with me. Isn't that annoying when people take you on errands with them? I don't know, I find that really annoying. So no, I will not take you into the UPS office with me. I will show you the Mission Galleria and the space that I'm renting, take you with me and show you what it looks like before and hopefully after I move in over the weekend. Okay, it's an exciting day. Haha, just kidding. And so here we are. The Galleria is located right across the street from the famous Mission Inn, located in Old Town, Riverside, California. The Galleria used to be the town's Sears building and was built in 1938. It is 4 stories high and has over 3,500 square feet, of which 8 by 10 of those feet are soon going to be mine. So, let's go ahead and walk in. I wanted to walk around and check out to see how the other booths were arranged, how they were using the bookshelves and the cabinets, and I was quite impressed. It's like every space, nook and cranny, was being used. Nothing was wasted. Look at the cabinets. Wow. I was really impressed. And on the other side, there was a child's booth with all these little baby clothes. And they definitely used every space wisely. And I really liked how everything was arranged. They even used on top of the cabinets. And I especially liked that they had a gazebo. Wow, I wonder how I could do one of those. This had so many hats and purses, but they were displayed very nicely. So I liked it. Look at all the hats. And I noticed also they had lamps and chandeliers, so I was really curious to see how I would do that. This one I thought they were either moving in or moving out, but that bookcase was for sale, but I thought it was just a little too large and a little too brown. With an angel on top, look at that. A lot of glass shelves really show off the items nicely. And this, I'm not sure what that was. And I don't know who that is. Hello. Anyway, I noticed lots of teapots, which I love. Lots of bookcases with lots of books and memorabilia, pictures. And then I spotted a music box that had Mount Fuji on top. And everyone knows how much I love Japan, so I had to check it out. Looks like Ray Dunn. Oh my gosh, look at this frog. Wow. What are you? Look at this. Look how cute those dogs are. So the booth they were offering to me was upstairs, so let's go check it out. So this is upstairs.
So antique.
Let's look. Let's look down. Look at this place.
Oh, well then.
So I believe this is the spot right here. Now right now they have some other things that are sitting there. I believe those were used for props in some movies. So, but they will take those out obviously. So I like the wood floor, and I love this little dolphin. And I like the walls. So I gave them a gray wood paneling and the blue bricks. I thought it was a very clean look. They also showed me another option farther down, but also explained that the dolphin booth usually has more foot traffic, which is a very important thing to know. Though I did love the view. Okay, now I'm going downstairs. Look at this place. And here's my friend, the owner. And so now it's time to sign the contract and get to work. Also, two things I'd like to share with you in case you're considering getting a booth in an antique store. What they do is there's a monthly rental fee, and at the end of the month they take that first out and then they issue me a check for the remaining balance of the items that have sold. Also, there's an additional service charge percentage that the store takes, and I'm happy to pay that because they're the ones that are selling the items, bagging them up, and sending the people out the door. So very happy with that. And of course, every antique store probably does things a different way. But the best thing ever is at the end of every day, right after the store closes, I can go on to a special selling website and see exactly what items sold and my running total for the day. That's really cool. So now what I'm doing, since I have my space number 429, I bought this big box of tags that are blank with the strings. They come this way. And all of my items I have to tag with my little code on them. And my dog is just making me crazy. Anyway, so what you do is you have to put your number. For example, this is an England flag scarf, $24, and then your ticket number on the back. And then I have to tape it or affix it to all the items. So this is my box of things from the UK. I have everything all kind of separated by the countries. There's Africa. I'm going to show you this neat little thing. Look at these. Rwanda. All kinds of things from Africa. And then over here I have Mexico, which is going to be south of the border. Jack, stop. South of the border. Different things from Mazatlan. I have two boxes like this. I'm just starting on this. And then I have America. Fun things that I found for America. And then I have Italy going over here. And here's my leaning tower Pisa shaker. And my cups. These aren't from, but these are pretty cool. And then I have some of my signs I'm putting together. And I just finished this whole thing here for Paris in France, all my items. So it's a big job. So I still have quite a bit to do, but trying to get things ready for setting up on Saturday. And since all the tubs that were full were too heavy for me to carry, I decided to put things into bags so that I could carry them to the car. Oh, did I mention I live on the third floor? Or as we say, the third deck? Anyway, here's a good picture of what my house looks like before I'm loading up my car. So it is quite a lot of work. So I must be losing my mind a little bit because I'm talking to a crab on a platter. Just got through telling this crab that he's the reason that I'm actually getting a booth, because I have so many cool things that people have to see in person to really appreciate. So look at him. Look how thick he is. So yes, I'm talking to Mr. Crab, and we're going to the booth today. Okay, here's the inside of my car from the front to the back. Quite a few things. And I actually bought a hand truck from Amazon so that I don't have to carry anything. I can just push everything when I get there. Believe it or not, I am pretty organized, although it may not look like it. But I think we're ready to go. And the back view. Okay, here we go again. So right now it's occupied by this huge turtle. I guess the story is they've used it on some movie sets and now it's here for consignment. So if anyone's interested, I'm gonna have to move him out. I'm gonna show you my sign. That's me. And this is what is across from me. Straight away, so I'm getting ideas. Lots and lots of stuff. Okay, May 1st, here I go. Here's my project. I'll be probably in the corner hitting my head against the wall shortly. Okay, the before and the after coming up soon. I was very fortunate because my friend, the owner, had some extra shelves and things that I was able to borrow. That would have been really hard if I had to bring all of my own shelves in. The only thing I did bring was this shelf that I had bought from the Mercari warehouse. Okay, time for a commercial. If you've enjoyed my channel so far, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe just by pushing that button. Also, if you push the bell, it will notify you anytime I have new videos coming up. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Also, the buttons are below this video. So the next week was Mother's Day, so my daughter came with me to look at the booth. We checked things out, and then we thought we'd go and explore the town. But before we did that, I had to check things out. A few things had sold, so I had to rearrange them. But also they told me that sometimes things will randomly show up that don't belong to you. People will pick up things and just set them down randomly. I think this morning the only thing that showed up that is not mine is this tiny little flower pot. And look how tiny the person writes. I can't even find. Look at that. I've got to take it down to the desk to figure out where that person is, but look at that tiny little thing. But everything else is good. And I apologize for holding the camera the wrong way. So you've got these tiny little pictures. Hello? Probably want a cracker? So one is Josephine and one is Napoleon. Let me walk over to this. Oh, hello. Who's talking? Oh, what's this around the corner? Look. Look how pretty this is. Frank Augustus Miller, 18. This floor, I love it. This floor is the best. We even saw a wedding party. And this was the presidential hallway. I have to go find the rest of the presidents. Big chair. I like this tiny door. Hello. Tiny door. Oh, look at the dome over there. Unbelievable. It's like we're in Italy. stairs are right there. It's a little courtyard. Starts peeking out their window. That's my favorite part, all those little gables right there. So if you live in Southern California, take some time and visit the Mission Galleria in Riverside. Also, possibly the Mission Inn across the street. Thank you for watching, and until next time, ciao for now.